Hey, good morning, everyone. What's going on? Ian here with R.I.G Outdoors. I figured I'd have some coffee time with you guys this morning. I am well aware that there's probably some other live streams going on, but I wanted to jump on here and just spend some time with you guys as I wasn't able to uh, do much the other day, and I was going to go live last night. By the time prayer study was over with the church, it was time for me to head out and hit the hay. But figured I'd come in and have some coffee time with you guys. Uh, so hoping you guys are well. Hey, life is good. Sun is shining this afternoon, so hopefully we'll be able to get some live on the rain done today. Uh, but it just depends on the temperatures and everything too, because they seem to be climbing up, and it's supposed to be like 96% humidity. So we'll see about that. I am hoping, however, to get out there and do some range time with the air guns and try to get those sighted in and get those in working order, in decent working order. Um, but one of the things I was going to do about the air gun range time today was to show that the modern air guns, they're pretty much set up kind of. Good part of them are like a hunting rifle, and it gets you to be able to get your accuracy down and everything. So that's a good thing. Um, so having a good air gun so you can plink in your backyard where legal is a lot of fun, and it's a blast to be able to get out there and just be able to get some shooting time in with those. Archery is an awesome way to get your strength up and your preparation for bow season as well. So um, that's a good thing. So this morning, one of the things that during our coffee time I want to talk about a little bit is getting reading material and going through it and helping you along the way with your outdoor skills and everything. And one of the things that's helped me a lot is I picked this up at at Ollie's, I think it is, down south a few years ago, and I picked it up, and it's kind of backwards, I'm sure, because of the way the camera is, but it's a survival wisdom and know-how. And getting a good book like this is pretty thick, but it goes through tracking, it goes through plants that you can, edible plants, goes to making shelters and various other things, various other ways of setting fish lines out to be able to catch some fish. There's a lot of different survival techniques. Talks about hunting, talks about setting up traps and stuff like snare traps and everything. Where legal, again, not all states have the legality of snare traps and everything. But it also talks about, how to make a smoking station, a smoker in a pinch, to smoke your fish and everything so it doesn't go bad. And it has some recipes in here. It's got all kinds of other stuff going on in here that you can actually go through it, and it'll help you in a survival situation. Not only that, if you it'll help you if you experience a food shortage too. So all kinds of stuff. It's got one of my areas that I've been really trying to focus on is tracking, and it helps you with that as well. Talks about animals and insects and all kinds of stuff there. So with that said, getting a good book that helps you go through that, it's valuable. It's a valuable resource. So one of the things that I was going to bring to you today is talk to you about trying to find a good like survival gun, so to speak. And one of the ones that I came up with, and I don't have it up here right now, and is the a single shot 12 gauge. That's universal. If you can get a modified choke so you can shoot slugs out of it, mine's a full choke, so it's still it's still universal in the sense that where it's legal, again, up here in Vermont, it is having double aught buck that you can hunt deer with that. And then you can have bird shot, you have game loads, and you get all kinds of other stuff that you can use. But a single shot 12 gauge is a good, uh, uh, valuable tool to have in your arsenal, like I was talking about yesterday. And for a survival gun, it's a decent weapon to have. Um, a bow is another decent weapon to have, and so I've covered bows extensively on my channel because that's my passion. That's what I love to shoot. At some point, maybe today, I want to probably be making a video. Don't know if it will be released today or not. On how to build arrows, and how to get them from the manufacturer to you, and how to build it. Now, the ones that I have, they've come with the fletching already on them. The veins, the arrows have veins on them already. Just need to insert the inserts. But I'll show you what I do and how I do that as well. Yeah, so maybe I'll do an arrow building video today as well, and go from there. So, but all in all, preparing for archery season is you do have to prepare. You have to do your scouting too. Scouting is very important, and with scouting, you have to make sure that tracking pretty well where the deer are coming in, where they're entering, and where they're going out, where they're feeding, that type of thing. So where we're at right now on on the property of the church, we have 5 acres and the deer pass through here all the time, but it's a pass through area, and you can hunt in a pass through area, because if you look at the trails that are coming in on the property and where they're passing through, there's a pretty good chance that you will see a deer. So yeah. What else? What was I going to say? One of the things that, as far as bow hunting goes, practice, practice, practice. That's very important, extremely important. Can't stress practicing enough. Another thing is, another tip for bow hunting is, do not be a superhero and try to shoot an animal over the yardage that you're comfortable with. And so, like my yardage, I'm very comfortable at 50 or 60 yards with my bow. But will I take that shot? No, I'll more generally wait until they get into 35, 40 yards before I take that shot. And even at that, I might even wait until they hit until the 15 to 20 yard mark. But it's important for you to be comfortable with your equipment. That's one of the reasons why you need to practice. Same with rifle hunting. You need to be comfortable with the equipment you have. Make sure when you pull that trigger, you've made the most ethical, accurate shot possible. So there's that. Again, you need to also really keep in mind that you need to learn how to track. You need to learn how to follow a blood trail, those type of things. And if you're just getting into hunting and everything, the main thing that I would say is get yourself a good guide to hunting. Not meaning like a person guide. I'm talking about something like right here, this wisdom, survival wisdom and know-how. right there. That will help you, understand the way to track and be able to follow the animal that if they actually end up uh, traveling a little distance before they expire. So with that, um, fishing on the other hand, one of the things that I like to do is I like to fly fish. I like to bass fish. I like to fish all the way around. I might even go out fishing today. It just depends on how hot it gets. If the weather's conducive, I might just go ahead and try to do some fishing today. Haven't been able to do some of that for a little bit because of the weather, but might even be able to do that today. Um, but no, I just want to climb on here and just see how you guys are. Let you know that I'm thinking of you. Let you know that I'm going to be working on some more content today. I'll probably be uploading some stuff, um, and you know, just hopefully get some fresh stuff going on. Um, I am going to try to get my action camera charged up and get that taken care of as well, and try to use that some today too. So just stay tuned for more stuff on that. Uh, you know, one of the things that I want to cover too while I'm talking to you guys is, life gets busy. Life gets really busy, and you have to take time to take a step back and breathe a little bit. And that's the way I do that is to get outside and shoot my bow, or get a fishing rod in hand and go to a stream. That's the way I do it. But you know, I also, while I'm out there, I do a lot of praying, a lot of thinking, a lot of reflection, and getting outside is a time where you need to reflect. And one of the things that I want to leave with you guys a little bit is you're never ever uh, too old to learn. You know, there's that adage that you can't teach old dogs new tricks. Well, that's kind of true, kind of not, because as I get older and as I reflect on the generations like my grandfather and everything before me that came before me, they were set in their ways, and they just really were like, this is the way that I've always been taught. This is the right way. Well, that's great. Though the old ways do still work today, but also you have to be willing to learn. So that's important. Um, you have to also, the encouragement here is persevere through the difficult times. And we as a country are facing some difficult times. We're facing some hard lessons that are about to come to us, and we need to just persevere through it. We need to endure through it. We need to learn through it. Life isn't the same after this whole virus thing that came in and took our country by not necessarily surprise, but took our country in a direction that is difficult to understand. And we have to unify. Still need to build community. Still need to stand together in solidarity. You know, um, I have to say that that I try to steer away from all the political mumbo jumbo that's out there, because politics is not where it's at for me. Now, there's going to be some guys that say, "Well, you don't take a stand. You're not taking a stand. If you don't take a stand against what's going on, then you're not helping the situation." Well, I do take a stand, and I take the stand that what, God's got it. You may not believe in the Lord Jesus, and that's fine. But I know that my God, my Lord, has got this. And I know that through it all, despite all the problems that we're facing, that I can put my faith and trust in Almighty God that He's going to get us through it. But with that said, you know, I also know that you have to have a good head on your shoulders. And as things progress in this country, we don't know one time to the next what's going to happen. But I do know for sure that we have to be prepared. We have to be prepared in the best way possible so we can put food on our families' tables, which includes hunting and fishing and gathering. We have to be prepared. We have to be prepared because here's the thing about it all is that if the and some people will probably laugh at me about it, but if the whole food market collapses, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? We're going to have to learn to be able to be self-sufficient in some way possible. We can't be continuing. Also, one of the things that I've learned through my diet that I've been doing my life change is that we cannot just live life out of a can or out of a pizza shop or out of McDonald's or Burger King or Wendy's. We have to start realizing that we do have an issue in this country, and I'm not making fun of people at all. I mean, I'm still far from being where I need to be, but we have to start making healthy choices in our life. And that's one thing a few months ago that I decided to do because I was like tired of being overweight. I'm tired of struggling when I'm going hunting up a hill. Tired of my knees hurting after being injured years ago. And I'm ready just to have a life that is full and abundant, abundant life. Um, However, here's the whole thing about it is it takes work, it takes preparation, it takes perseverance, it takes endurance, it takes focus, and it takes being ready to learn. One of the things that has taught me over the years, and I've been trying to really go by it, is the fact that you know I have to walk humbly, be humble. A lot of people these days, humility is just not there, but humility is important. You know, I take pride in the fact that I'm learning humility every day, and it's important. None of us are greater than another. And we all start at the same point as each other. And then I'm trying to not really get into this political mumbo jumbo that's out there because there's some people that are just like that will just jump all over you for it. And to be honest with you, that's not even what Rig Outdoors is all about. You know, we at Rig Outdoors believe that all men are created equal in the sight of God. All men. And we believe that all men, despite their appearance, all men and women matter. At Rig Outdoors, it doesn't matter whether you're rich or you're poor or you're indifferent. What matters for us here at Rig Outdoors, and it will be always where I'm at with it, what matters is that you come into this community of Rig Outdoors, and guess what? You're part of the family. What matters is that we're all striving to survive, do the best that we can for our families, and provide for our families. That's what matters. It does take work. It takes a willingness to learn, but it also takes humility. You know, I know I'm probably not probably at the right time or anything, but people will see this eventually. And one of the things that I've learned also is that what goes on the web, you can't take back. Look, guys, all I want to do, all I want to do is inspire people, build you guys up and encourage you guys, even in these difficult times that we're facing. We can do this, and we can do this together. So it's more to, Rig Outdoors is more than just being outdoors and bushcraft or whatever people want to call it these days. But Rig Outdoors is far more than just being outdoors. It's about feeding the soul, encouraging people that when they're down, you know that you got a champion behind you. You know, you've got to. I wish that as I was growing, as I was going through struggles and hardships, that I would have had that encouragement behind me that, hey, I know that when I'm hitting a down spot, I have somebody to go to that I can talk to. And that's what I desire to be for you guys, is that you can come, you can talk to me, and and I'm here for everybody. And one of the things that that I'm really trying to do too is hone in on, while I'm encouraging you guys, helping you guys build skills. Now look, there's some of you probably in here that don't even hunt, don't fish, don't really have a desire to be outdoors, and that's okay. You're part of the family still. But those of you who are wanting to be outdoors and everything, and even some that are really interested in starting to get into archery and even bow hunt, I'm here to help. I'm here to give you advice as I can. Just plain out there to help you if you need advice on equipment, whatever. Outdoors equipment, whether it's a fishing pole to fishing lures to selecting your arrows to selecting a muzzleloader. It just doesn't rightly matter on that. But as I'm beginning to move forward with everything, the next few videos I want to try to keep as educational. And I want to try to go through and be thorough with how to set up a bow, how to determine your arrow length, that type of thing. And so with that said, we're going to try to adapt some a little bit here for education purposes. Trying to think. So with that all said, I'm going to go ahead and get ready to head off here. Just want to spend a little bit of time on on coffee time. And, it's a beautiful day out today. The rain's holding off, and I'm hoping that we can get some stuff accomplished today. Hoping that through it all, we'll be able to really be able to do what we love best and get outside and just enjoy God's great outdoors. So I may in a little bit be on range time. We'll see. It's 11:03. I'm gonna grab something quick to eat, and maybe, just maybe, I'll be able to get out there and get some range time in with you all. So uh, give me a little bit, uh, and hopefully we'll see you soon. God bless you guys. Have a good day.